We're here in Kilmallock. The defining memory I have of this place is, tragically, it probably ended my hurling career at inter-county level. It was probably the day that my subconscious gave up on me and just kept bringing back, I suppose, bad memories of what happened here on the 27th of April 97. Just before half-time, Laois got a penalty. David Cuddy took the penalty, lifted it, hit the ground. I went down on my knees. I was after getting a belt into the testicle. And it was only after the match I found out it had exploded on impact. So the doctor came in, he was holding my head and I was there. I couldn't talk. I said, no, I'm after getting a belt. I asked to be taken off and they didn't take me off. I went into the dressing room after and I was still in fair pain. I went for a shower and Dr. Dave Boylan was our doctor and I called him over. And I said, Dave, is this okay? And he just looked at me and went, Jesus. He said, go straight to the hospital. Doctor came in, he just looked, and he went, oh, I'll never forget it. He came in, he went, ouch. And he walked out and he brought in another doctor. And the other doctor says to me, he says, is it sore? And the first doctor says, what do you think? He said, and he said, we're going to have to operate. And I said, fair enough. And he said, when did you eat last? I said, about an hour ago. He said, what did you have? I said, at a McDonald's. He said, we can't operate, and he said, for a couple of hours. So friends of mine called in to visit me that night, and I went, to tell you the type of friends I have, they brought grapes, plums, Maltesers. So to sort them out, I pulled the blankets back, and I was black and blue, and one of them actually slid down the wall with a weakness.
I know a couple of keepers went with the cup after that, and you just got a realisation that, do you know what, you could get a belt here that would be life-changing in a lot of ways.
My age was gone. That just affected me, probably going forward, and it's not a nice way to finish. No, I didn't finish. I kept playing club and I kept playing for another couple of years with Limerick, but looking back, I probably should have called it a day. I ended up with 4 fantastic kids, so it wasn't all that as bad as it could have been. But as far as my hurling career, I'd probably put that down to ending my reign at the top, let's say.